And then I realized, like, it's not about what I signed up for. It's about what he put me on this earth to do. And I just feel like that, you know, that's my purpose. So I'm going to be giving all my soul, my heart, everything I got. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Becca doll in the building. I'm outside today. It's a beautiful day. Very blessed. Let's get that out the way. Here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know one thing I love about the A, man? It don't matter where you go, you can get a good whiff of that Mary Jane. It's just so calming here. I love it. So I haven't recorded in a little while. We've been transitioning big time. So we are now moved out of our house. We're back at my parents' house, so like technically you can say homeless or whatever, but I'm blessed that I have somewhere to stay. And during this time I had such like a spiritual journey and awakening, and appreciated it, and it showed me my purpose and direction and what I'm supposed to be doing as I build this brand. And some of y'all might think I'm crazy. Maybe your mind isn't elevated. Maybe you're not vibrating on those frequencies to even peep what I'm about to tell you guys. But if you are, then this video is for you. If you just want to catch up with me and catch me out on any other social media platforms, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. So now that we got all the business out of the way, I'm going to tell you all about my spiritual journey. So when you go through problems, like when you really go through some stuff, and that's kind of what it takes for you to get this level of understanding and this your mind to elevate to kind of that level. So for me, it took domestic violence, it took extreme circumstances, me almost losing my life, us becoming homeless. Like, I really lost everything I had and had to start over. And every time I thought I was getting back up, something else, came by. But I accept that journey and would not have it any other way, because it's really changed, the outlook on how I look at things. So as we were relocating, moving out the house, I threw away half of our stuff, loaded the rest of it up in pods, because the real estate market is mad bananas. And like I said, I just financially lost everything. And I'll humbly talk about it here, because I think more people should talk about it. Finance is a huge stress. It breaks apart marriages. It causes depression. A lot of people, the stuff I've been through, that's kind of what pushes them towards those thoughts that make you want to take your life and not be on this earth anymore. So if your mind is in that mind frame right now, just know that you're going through that journey for a reason. And it's for a season, and you don't want to make any temporary decisions some permanent decisions based on temporary circumstances, because it's temporary. Things will change. Let me tell you something. I am broker, have less than I've ever had in my life, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. I've been working out. I've been changing little habits here and there, what I listen to every day, reading every day, who I associate with, what I put in my body. Just really changing and stuff. And then it started to click. I started to get some traction. I said, I'm feeling good. My mind's in the right place. I honestly, I would never have had it any other way. As we were loading up the pods and stuff, I got rid of two truckloads, dumpster, whatever you want to call it, of stuff. It was like a cleanse for me, because man, we wasted so much money on stuff that we just didn't need. Stupid stuff. And I told Jalen, my oldest, when we move into a new home, God willing, he does bless us with a new home, and a new roof over our head, we gonna live different. We are going to live different. We are going to appreciate the things that we have in our lives. We are going to take care of the things that we have. We are going to keep them clean, keep them organized, because I truly feel in my soul that we took it for granted. We had it all, and we took it for granted. And you know what? the dear Lord took it all away from us. But sometimes, like a snake, you got to shed that skin in order to elevate or grow to the next level. And instead of like fighting it, trying to figure out like why me, you really got to get into that mindset of why not me. You know, why not you? Maybe that's supposed to be your story, because through trifes and, you know, hard times and stuff like that, that's really where growth comes from. Some people, you hear them talk about like spiritual awakenings and stuff, like coming out of prison and things like that. Like, I'm so glad God has spared me from having to have that experience. However, I have been humbled. Never let a hard time humble you, for sure, but the hard times I'm growing through, and I love it. I love it. I told Jalen, you know, we're going to live different. We're going to eat different. We're going to open the blinds every morning. We're going to let that sunshine come in. And so I've really just been on this journey of connecting myself, my heart chakras, my throat chakras, and I really feel that God uses me as a vessel to tell my stories to help other people, you know. So you're going to see a lot more of me. I'm trying to build a team around me because I want to do this full time. I really think that the world needs me, man. And let me tell you something, if you're struggling with mental health right now and you're trying to figure out what direction or where you fit into this world, man, just sit back, take some time to yourself, get barefoot in the grass, enjoy that. You know, get your mind, body, and soul all aligned together. So I'm here in Atlantic Station, Atlanta, Georgia. I get a little footage for you guys, and I'm just meeting with people individually and building that team because I realized I couldn't do it all by myself. I was trying to do it all by myself. I was trying to work. I was trying to take care of the kids. I'm trying to build this brand, and I have so many like big ideas and stuff like that, and I want to be able to like package them and deliver them properly. For years, I have these talks and motivational speeches or talks or whatever, and I've always known I was different. This isn't something new. I've always known I was different. I knew I had more energy. I knew I'd go through the craziest experiences, and it was like I was fighting with God. I was fighting with life. Like, you know, like this can't be it. This isn't, you know, what I signed up for. And then I realized, like, it's not about what I signed up for. It's about what He put me on this earth to do. And I just feel like that, you know, that's my purpose. So I'm going to be giving all my soul, my heart, everything I got out to you guys. From financial resources to spiritual resources to everything. I'm going to figure out how I can help people on a bigger level. I'm telling you, I have a vision. I want to be one of the first influencers. I am going to be the first influencer to dominate in multiple niches on multiple platforms. I am going to do it. So we got an 18 and up podcast coming through soon with Patreon. We're going to have merch popping out soon. We're having ambassador deals popping out soon. Some ebooks, some classes, some courses, because I got to take all this, you know. I'll sit down with anybody any day and give them some knowledge or inspire them. You know, like I said, since I was young, people have came to me and been like, or I get messages, I can pull them up left and right, where people are like, thank you so much, you blessed my life, or you woke my mind up, I was sleeping, and it changed the trajectory for me and my families. And that's really, you know, that's my purpose. I said it before, plant seeds for trees I'll never sit under. And I do believe, you know, that's what I'm meant to do. I just didn't know how to do it. And God bless, we got technology now, you know, so I can reach more people. And I just had to figure out how to do that. So anybody hearing this, man, if you're going through it, if you're thinking like, why me? Why was I put on this earth? You know, you have a purpose. You know, try to understand and learn through your problems. Like me getting hit by a tornado, almost dying in the hospital, domestic violence, running up, you know, growing up around the streets and all that kind of the stuff that I've had to go through. There was a purpose bigger than me for that, and it gave me, there's always a lesson in that to be taken away, and it'll give you a different type of wisdom and insight, and you can grow through that. You can grow through it, or you can let it knock you down. That's really your choice. But I'm on a path of growth. We the Boss Up crew, we all gonna grow together. And hopefully I'll be in your city soon doing some interviews, giving out some of this knowledge and speech, because I just got it in me. I got a lot in me. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year for you. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Becca Doll in the building. I just got home. I recorded earlier when I was at Atlantic Station. I had a good meeting. I'm excited, and I was driving, I was listening to something, and I just wanted to double down on what my video was about first. So I don't know if this will become 2 videos or this will be part 2 of my first video, but I was talking about going through this spiritual journey as I've been stripped literally of everything I had. Finances, a roof over our head, everything. Very, very stressful, especially as a female, as a single mom, and I got this beast inside of me. Like, I've always known since a very, 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 very young age that I'm different. I'm different. And now I realize I was chosen. I knew I had that sauce. I just had something in me, and I'm like tapping into it and stuff, but it took me losing everything, and almost losing my life. And every time that I felt like, oh, you've learned your lesson, oh, you've learned this and that, I was wrong. I still had a ways to go. And as I'm evolving and as I'm changing and as I'm growing, like, one thing that's happening to me is conflict with other people, right? So a lot of people liked you when you were down, will like when you're down and depressed. You know what I'm saying? And they'll like when you were masking your feelings with alcohol or narcotics or whatever the hell, whatever it may be. They like you like that. I've never struggled with addiction, but I've definitely used substances to mask my mental health and to mask how I feel. And the more I grow and the more I evolve, I just notice that it bothers some people. It really gets under some people's skin. And I don't even think they realize why they're irritated with me. Because I know I didn't do anything. But you can see, that you just bother them. You know what I mean? And when you got that sort of confidence about you, you start to grow, you look different, you present yourself different, you start glowing, you got a different pep to your step. Mind you, like I said before, I'm broker than I've ever been, homeless. Now we're not on the streets, thank goodness, but lost everything. I owe people money, I owe companies money, I've lost friends because of that, and it's just crazy to me how some people, what I've had to learn, what's crazy to me is how some people, how can you be around me and not see what I have in me? My heart's bigger than my body. Same from Kevin Gates. I never want to copyright or copy and paste anybody, but I've really been on some Kevin Gates stuff lately. Derek Gracemore and his family, Chris Speaks, CRYS, different people very long. Been watching them go through or come from a different background and evolve and become who they are. And it's really helped me along with my journey and me become more connected and one with God and my vision and my purpose on this earth. But as I do that and as I shine better and the happier I get, I'm noticing the people that liked me a lot when I was down and out and I was most depressed. And I'm telling you, I was down and out when I started this YouTube channel. I was down and out. Now, I've had different bouts of depression that look different. I've been there where I can't get out of bed and I can't clean the house and stuff like that. And I've been there. I've even gotten to the point where I can't even leave the house almost. And that was after my surgery where I almost died. I had an allergic reaction, anaphylactic shock. And it's not like I'm harping on my past or anything, but that past is what gave me the insight for my future and helped me figure out my purpose. So it's not like I'm just sitting here, dwelling on it, which I was. Now I'm not. Now I'm like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for that struggle. What's next? Because I know in those uncomfortable times and those unhappy times is when the most growth comes in. But just know, as you grow and as you evolve, you are going to lose people. You are going to lose people because not everybody's meant to go with you. And sometimes I feel like I'm such a blessing. I'm giving you my time. You don't see I'm a blessing. And I've always kind of had that attitude, but I used to present it in a much cockier, defensive way. Now I just fall back, I take a mental note, and I move accordingly. And it's I see more in people than what they see in themselves. I also view myself in a light higher than what they view
me in. And that sometimes aggravates me, you know. And I used to be very combative and confrontational. What's so funny now is, like, I grew up fighting. I'm super scrappy. And now people are like, I can't, you're not, I just had a girlfriend tell me, you're not very confrontational at all. I can't, you know, you stay away from confrontation. And I'm like, personal growth, you know. I had a manager at work tell me, I can't never see you like getting in a fight. And I'm like, personal growth. Because I used to be like, what you mean you don't get me? What are you looking at? Like, I just had a chip on my shoulder. So I just was driving home, and I was, you know, this brain never turns off, and it's such a beautiful gift. Thank you, Lord. If not anything comes from making these videos, I know it's helping somebody. I see the vision now. I see it so clear, and I'm so grateful for that. But if nothing else comes from that, I'm so glad I documented this journey. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I went through what I went through. And it ain't over. I'm sure I'm sure something else is gonna come my way, and I'm gonna have to swing that bat. But you know what? Every time I get knocked down, I bounce back harder. I bounce back stronger. So if you down and out right now, man, change what you're listening to, change what you're eating, change what you're doing, change your habits, change what is within your control. You know what I mean? I cannot just change my financial circumstances overnight, but the things I can change, I'm changing. And my time's coming, y'all. I knew from a very young age I was going to be wealthy, and it's not for greed or for fame or anything like that, but I want to be able to give back in a big way. I want to be able to make a difference in this world. I've always felt like that. Like, me personally, anybody that knows me, and when I say knows me, you know my heart, you know my mind, and you know what kind of person I am, because some of y'all know me, but you don't have the mind frame, or you aren't working on yourself, and you're not on the same, you know, journey of personal growth and change that I am to even see me. And that's okay. I'm learning to accept that they are where they're at in their journey, and it's not for them to see that I'm a blessing. But for those who know me, they will tell you, my heart is made of gold, and I'm really, really, really super, super stimulated by helping people. That's what makes me happy. And sometimes it's been like my biggest downfall and my biggest flaw, because I've lost a lot helping people, man. I've given to people when I wasn't even in the position to give, and I'm paying for it. Do you not think I'm looking back at my circumstances like, man, you stayed in that relationship too long, or dang, man, you shouldn't have loaned that person that money, or man, where are those people at that I was giving to, you know, when I wasn't even in a position to give? Like, they're nowhere around. They were nowhere around. Let me tell you something. When I moved my house, you know who was there? My parents. Man, forever I will always be grateful. I was dropped off at a hospital, and I was adopted by the nurse in the hospital. I love you, Mom and Daddy. I love you, because no matter what, and it took me a long time to learn this, very long time, they're the ones that are going to be there to the end. And thank goodness I got this wisdom and stuff, and this understanding and appreciation and stuff, because I'm able to teach Jalen, my 13-year-old, at a very young age, and then she's going to be able to carry it down for generations, and teach her sister, and I'm going to be able to teach her sister, because how I'm talking to y'all, I talk to Jalen like this all the time. So when I send her motivational, like, audios and stuff, and I'm like, you need to read this, what you read, what you listen to, who you associate with, that's going to build who you are, whatever. I always say that. If you know me, I say it all the time. If you want to know where you're going to be in the next 5 years, look at the people you associate with, what you do on a daily basis, and what you're listening to, reading, what you're consuming, and that'll tell you where you're going to be, right? I've always said that. I think somebody told me that at like maybe 16, and it stayed here. It stayed here. That's a beautiful thing, man. I got a beautiful mind. My mind remembers things. My mind can, like, the way it analyzes things is so insane, and I've become so grateful. Like, that's one of my gifts, my intuition, and I'm so excited to learn more about this spiritual journey. Like, have I been here before? Is that why I have intuition like that? Why do I dream things before they happen? If you are anything like me and you got that kind of intuition or wisdom or insight, whatever, and you want to explain it to me, please leave it in the comments, you know. But I'm just so grateful, man. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. And so are you. I don't care where you are. If you are able to pick up this phone and watch this video, just know Big Man Upstairs loves you. I love you. You can reach out to me anytime. I'm not a doctor by any means. This is for entertainment purposes only. However, if there's any way I can help you or find you resources or something to get you through a hard time, so you realize that your life is worth something and the struggles you're going through do have meaning and purpose. And if you just can get to a place where you can literally meditate, right? If you can get to a place where you can kind of like meditate and really learn from your circumstances, something beautiful is going to come out of that. It's just amazing to me. Like, there's parts of my life I can't remember because of trauma. I have like blocked it out. But it's amazing how somebody told me one saying or put something into my mind 20 years ago, and it's still coming out of my mouth. It's still coming out of my mouth. Not only is it coming out of my mouth, but it's blessing other people. So thank you to my Amway family that has always been there for me. They took me out the streets at a very young age, and that's a story for another day. But I love you all. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share this video, turn your notifications on, because it's about to get real around here, baby. Hey!